Hey y'all, today we're going to talk about next moves in your downline. I'm going to give you some of my tips on building a strong downline for rank and for volume. So that's two things that coaches focus on in this business, and there's kind of two tracks to doing it. Yes, you can build both at the same time, but if you really want to build for bank, you really have to focus on creating volume. And if you really want to focus on rank and the recognition and the achievement that comes with that, you really have to focus on building coaches in your first business center. So while you can dabble in both, there really needs to be a direction in your mind as to what motivates you and what you want to build for. You'll have more success if you just pick one route rather than dabble in both. So I wanted to give you my tips and tricks that I've learned from tons of leaders, Jason Diebold, Christine Dwyer, Janelle, all those people that have shared tips and tricks with me. I want to pass them on to y'all. So today we're going to look at your downline, and I highly recommend that you write it out like this, get you a whiteboard or some form of tracking sheet or model that you can list out everyone in your downline. Because if you start building like we're going to build to 5-star, you're going to have a lot of coaches, and you kind of need to see where everyone's at and what everybody's doing. Not just your PS coaches, but levels down, because those are doers that are going to help your PS coaches do more. So for this training, we should all be at diamond. We may have some 2 stars, 1 stars, 3 stars, whatever. We have some leaders in this group that are higher than diamond, but for training, you should all be at diamond. You have 2 emeralds and 3 coaches on each leg. Now, if you don't know this by now, I don't know why, but you should know which leg is your strong leg and your weak leg. You're attached to the strong leg as your upline, and you'll notice more volume points on that side. So for learning, we have a 20,000 volume point a week on this right leg, and our left leg is obviously our weak leg with 5,000 points. So remember, we have that 200 to 100 ratio that we're trying to hit when it comes to volume. So as a diamond coach, you obviously don't want to stop here. So what I highly recommend is continuing to add a few more coaches in before you start even picking the volume or the rank track. You add your next few coaches to balance this out and to solidify your diamond rank, okay? You need to do that and not just say, okay, I've got 8 coaches, I'm good. Now I can focus on rank, or now I can focus on other things, training those coaches. No, because if this coach right here decides, yeah, no, I don't need Shakeology this month, and this one says, yeah, no, I'm not going to coach this month, or I don't feel like coaching anymore, you're screwed. You're not a diamond anymore. You've lost your diamond, and you should never lose your diamond. Don't ever move backwards. Always move forward. So let's prepare now and sign up our next 4 coaches on these legs so that we have a backup plan for our diamond rank, okay? So that person said, oh, okay, I'll order Shakeology this month, and oh, okay, I'm not going to quit. So they're back. Okay. So now that you have this solidified diamond, what do you do next? Well, you need to pull up your downline and look and see, where are you at? Does yours look like this, where you have a lopsided weak leg, where it's like super, super weak? Or do you have 5 potential diamonds on this one leg and none on this leg? You need to look and see what's going on in your downline. So that means pulling it up, figuring out, okay, this person, they're ready for diamond. They're like 1 coach short. And this coach is 2 coaches short of a diamond. And this coach is an emerald, but she's shooting for diamond. And then this coach is a ruby. So you're really close to 4-star. You're close. You could get there by summit by pushing these coaches. So you need to figure out what's going on in your downline, who's where, and make sure that it's balanced for 5. Because at 5-star, 10-star, and 15-star, you have to be balanced on your legs, meaning 2 diamonds over here and 3 diamonds over here, or 3 and 2, 5 and 5 at 10, and 7 and 8 at 15-star. So you have to be balanced. So if you're stacking coaches on this weak leg for volume, you can't do that, because even if you have 5 diamonds over here, you're not 5-star until you have 2 over here. So now you're going to start working with these coaches that you've figured out are your next diamonds, and you're going to start building for volume while you're working on those coaches. Because if you can get to 2-star by summit, you're right on track. If you can get to 3-star by summit, right on track. So let's make that our goal. 2-star by summit. meaning you have 2 diamonds on each leg. So you need to figure out what emeralds, what rubies, what active coaches you have that you can push and work with right now to get you to 2-star. So as you're working with those coaches, we're going to start building for volume as we continue to add people to our team. So for every, if this is my strong leg, for every 1 coach I add to my strong leg, I'm going to add 2 coaches to my weak leg. Okay? For every 1 coach I add to my strong leg, I'm going to add 2 more coaches to my weak leg, because I'm creating volume in this leg. I want to build this leg up in volume. At the same time, we need to talk about your spouse. Where is your spouse placed? Is your spouse placed here? Awesome. Great job. Or is he over on your strong leg? Depends, okay? If you placed him here, that's awesome, because you control this account. You can add coaches to it. You can put orders through it to get them to Success Club. You can do a lot with it. If it's over here, it's on your strong leg, and you're just actually fueling that volume to the fire. So I don't know if that's the best place, but if he's there, hey, we got to work with it, okay? So let's just say that this is your spouse, and he's just an active coach. As you're adding 1 to 2, now you can start getting him to emerald, because at emerald, what do you earn? You earn leads and cycle bonus. So why not double dip in the money and add volume to that weak leg? So you're going to try to get him to emerald, which means you're going to add, let's say his coaches are red, okay? So we're going to add 1 coach for him here, and then 1 coach for him here. So now he's an emerald coach, and at emerald he earns $200 per cycle. But he's not going to earn if that 1 coach is on 90 PV each month. He'll never cycle because it's 90 PV. It's never going to be 100. Remember, 100 to 200, it applies here too. 100 to 200. So this now becomes your spouse's strong leg, and this becomes his weak leg. So for every 1 coach you add over here, maybe you add 1 coach here, and then you add 1 coach here, because now we're going to create more volume for your spouse and on your weak leg. You're not giving that coach to your spouse. You already gave him 2 right here to make him an emerald. You're putting your PS coach on this leg to help grow volume for your spouse. So then you add another coach here, another coach here, instead of here. Because this diamond and this emerald and that girl and that guy are going to continue to add coaches here for you for the time being. I'm not saying you're never going to add coaches over here again, but to build your spouse's account up to 200, it's $200 a week. That's great, right? So let's say this person's on Shaco as a discount coach, but this person is now emerald, and they are working. So they're now adding coaches in this downline. So now this leg, let's say now it has 1,000 volume points on it, and this leg has, let's say now it's up to 6,000. Hey, you know what? You're cycling. You're cycling in that spouse account. You may not be maxing out, but you're cycling, which is awesome, okay? You're earning $200, and then all that trickles up to you. So now what was at 6 is now at 7,000, because you've built this weak leg on your spouse's account, okay? Again, these are still your PS coaches. You're not signing them up under your spouse as their upline. You're just placing your coaches in this weak leg to build volume. So now we've worked with 1, 2, 3, 4. We've worked with 4 coaches that we're trying to get to diamond. Your spouse can be your 5th diamond, as can your 2nd business center. So whether you want to get your spouse to diamond and max out at $2,000 a week, or you want to get your 2nd CBC opened, you have to be a 2-star diamond coach to get your 2nd CBC open. So if our goal is 2-star by summit, then you can open up a 2nd business center, meaning this person and this person went diamond. They're diamond, they're holding it, you've been through qualification, you can open up your 2nd business center. Now you still need to reevaluate. Where is your downline at? Did these legs flop? Is this now your strong leg and this is now your weak leg? Well, then your 2nd CBC probably needs to go over here to help balance out the volume again. Or is this still your super, super weak leg and this still your super strong leg? In the perfect world, and in most cases, your strong leg is always your strong leg. And your weak leg is always your weak leg. And it's always going to be catching up to that strong leg. So if that's the case, what I highly recommend is once these two coaches get to diamond, your spouse is an emerald, then you have ruby and emerald. So you're set up for 5-star. You place that second CBC here. So this is now your second CBC. Why do you do that? Because it's you. It's a you coach all over again. And if you're a rock star, well, you're going to rock this right here. So now this 1,000 points a week is going to go up to 5,000 because you're building this business center now, and you're going to get it to diamond, okay? Because you want to be 5-star by the end of the year. So now we have active, 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 and emeralds. So now we're a diamond coach, and this business center is producing almost 5,000 PV. So now, how many times can 5,000 go into 6,000? A lot, right? Now you're cycling here. You're cycling here. You're cycling here. He's going to max out at 200, so maybe we should get him to diamond next, right? Now you're going to cycle here. You're cycling 3 times now, all in your weak leg, meaning that volume that's over here is now up to 12. It's up to 12. 7 and 5. It's up to 12,000 now. So we've doubled our volume on our weak leg. Well, how many times does it all go into each other? So the 200 to 100. How many times does 100 go into that? How many times does 200 go into that? You're going to cycle a lot, is what I'm getting at, while you're also building rank, because you don't want to start focusing just on volume until you hit 5-star. So these are still, like I said, your PS coaches. These are your second CBC coaches, but they still count for elite points. They're not going to count for rank unless you get this is your PS coach. These are not your PS coaches in your second business center. Only your second CBC is your personal coach. So you're still building for rank, meaning any one of these coaches can go diamond and it will count for your 5-star. Any of these coaches and any of these coaches that go diamond counts for your 5-star, but you're also setting yourself up for awesome volume cycle bonus. So you're earning money while you're earning rank. And then once you get to 5-star and you have a second business center open, you can start playing around and you have a lot more options for creating more volume, spreading out your downline, and lots of placement and movement that you can control. So it's a very strategic way to build. So I hope that helps. I'm trying to think if there's any last tips that I have for you guys. I don't think so. But yeah, let's look at your downline. Get with your upline coach, drill it down, look at what coaches you have that are going diamond, play it out, reverse engineer it so that you know, okay, this coach and this coach, they're pushing for diamond. So I don't know what these coaches are doing. Maybe I need to start adding more coaches on my strong leg so that there's more diamond potential there. Yes, you're going to beef up that strong leg and it's going to be super strong now, but remember you add 2 to 1 at that point. 2 to 1 if you have no diamonds on this leg. So let's say that guy's gone and that guy's gone. Now it would be a 2 to 1. So that you're still adding volume on that weak leg, but you're adding coaches over here that have the potential to go to diamond to help you, build that leg for rank. Okay? I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. Comment below. Do the assignments. They'll really help you, figure out what's going on in your downline and then get with your upline coach to talk it all out. And one last tip I wanted to share with you guys is there is no right or wrong way to build your business. There's just a lot of tips and tricks out there that I've learned and I've learned from that I wanted to share with you guys. There will be discount coaches that sign up with you that just run with this business and they're your next diamond coach, your next superstar. And there are rock star coaches that you sign up that think, oh, this is my next diamond coach. And then they turn on and quit. So there's really no right or wrong. There's no reason behind it. It's just you build it how you see best fit. And this tip is a lesson and you can take it or you can throw it in the trash. You can share it with your team. It may work for you, it may not. I don't know. I just wanted to share what's working for me and let y'all kind of take it from there. So, alrighty, talk to you guys soon.